The sound of Wycliffe's country. DCR, the channel you want to listen to.
Lots of the stuff that is here has been donated. In fact, probably the majority of it has been donated. There is masses of it, and it's a real struggle to keep in front of all the exhibits that are offered. We have to turn away a fair amount of stuff because it really is either not economical for us to repair, to sort out, to put on display, or it is just so worn out it's just rubbish, quite honestly.
Do you do repairs? Do you?
Oh yes indeed, yes. Personally, a pal of mine, we've just got a couple of little stationary engines going. They don't look very exciting, but they are part of our history. 1942 pump, a little generator set for a radio, an 80 volt generating set for a radio, built in the war, 1942. So there's all that sort of thing. We have the vehicles obviously need maintaining, so that's an ongoing thing. We've got fire engines out there they're working on. There's a lorry that's just had the brakes done so that we can put it back on the road. So there is lots of stuff like that.
Do you have a garage then?
Yeah, well, yes, we have a proper garage with a hoist. Proper garage hoist, it's the complete works.
Like little engineering works, yes.
Yes, we have lathes, we have all the stuff.
Do you like working with wood or metal best?
Well, I'm an engineer by trade, so metal. It's got to be metal. Yes, it's got to have. If it doesn't move and tick along and make noises, it's not really too much fun.
So where do you think the British industry is going today? Because we always hear about these engineering sites being laid off.
To hell in a handcart, that's where our engineering's going, isn't it? The world has changed, obviously. The big engineering works that we used to have are really quite specialised now. It's not... once upon a time there were shipbuilding yards and engineering works everywhere.
Oh, exactly.
But everything has started to shrink. We don't have all these stuff, and we tend to be washing machine repairers and people like that. That's all we do. That's the engineering that we do these days, which is pretty sad.
I'm just saying. So presumably the government will be really on top of getting jobs for people. So that's.
Well, that's good. Apprenticeships. I fail to see how you can be an apprentice shopkeeper or something.
But we're pretty well.
That's not. That's just a.
I'm just saying, but it's something, isn't it? Everybody has.
Oh yes, of course.
In the world.
It's very difficult to decide. We are never going to be a huge engineering nation anymore. We're not.
It's like they used to talk about, when I was young, they used to talk about the brain drain. And now
yes.
Now everywhere's got like super duper academic facility.
Oh yes indeed. But you notice when I was at school in the late 50s, all the secondary schools and technical schools all had woodworking departments and metalworking departments and that sort of thing. None of the schools have that anymore.
Is that true, is it?
Yeah, I don't think there's any school that has a... No, they've
It's quite
gone.
difficult that out in the moment. Which do you prefer out of your modes of transport here? Do you like the boats, or should I say...
Well, this has been my trade for the last...
Oh, wow.
I actually sailed on that and what have you...
You noticed there's a picture of the auto carrier with the waves on it?
Yes, the auto carrier, that was before my time, thank heavens.
They are rough seas, aren't they?
Like going out in the submarine now. Like Cambridge Ferry though, really, wasn't it? That was like being on a submarine. Yes, but that's how the channel can be. Yeah, it's damn right. Yeah.
So we're very privileged, aren't we, living here, all this wide sea going.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes. I mean this, when you think This is 3,333 tonnes gross, okay? The new ferries are now, what, 60,000 tonnes?
No, I know,
new
there's
ones?
a big difference, isn't it? But they're solid metal, aren't they?
Well, so's this.
Is that metal?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So how come they're much
wooden
heavier?
deck, which of course was really nice.
What makes for the extra tonnage then?
The size.
The
And the
size.
sheer capacity of the things.
Is that an economic thing or a
Yes, it's
or
got to be.
green
No,
thing?
it's got to be. No, green? No.
Well, it is in as much as you carry a lot
More stuff.
traffic for not a lot more fuel.
Thank you, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's, you know, that's.
I mean, these
Where
are-
do the channel ferries refuel? Do they?
There's a they have tankers that come in and they call
refuel
it
at sea,
bunkering.
do
You bunker a ship when you refuel it. It's called
Oh,
bunkering.
you go to a bunker.
Yeah, so there are small tankers that come into the docks and then they fill up.
What sort of
in
fuel
there.
do they take? Sorry.
Heavy fuel. Heavy fuel oil. It's better now than it was. During the winter, I've had a bucket of fuel oil on this ship in the boiler room in the cold, and I've been able to turn it upside down, and it wouldn't have fallen out. It was virtually solid. So heavy, really heavy fuel oil.
Right from the top of the plough.
Oh yes.
And also, what I was thinking is that if you look at that picture, that's a Golden Hind, isn't it, behind us?
No, this one is a Victory.
The Victory. That's
Victory,
sorry, I got it
yeah.
wrong. But there hasn't much changed between the Victory, which is what date is it? 1500.
No. 17.
Oh, there's the
Well,
Victory.
that was 1805 Battle
Battle
of
of
Trafalgar,
Trafalgar,
so it was
so,
built in
yeah.
the late 1700s,
1790s,
1790s.
But the actual the theme of the thing hasn't changed much with that, and there's a little exhibit here of the ferry, has it? Just saying, it's got like mastheads, it's got side projection.
But what it has got, or what that hasn't got, is engines, and what that has got is engines.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the difference.
Yeah. The actual design of the angle of that.
Yeah.
See, it slopes like that.
Angle of
And
the
all
boat,
ships
yeah.
have that. That's got it. Although you can't see it very much, it's called a tumble home.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Can you explain.
And the
rather
tumble
than-
home helps to, because if everything was absolutely vertical, it was absolutely straight, you would have.
You'd just think, wouldn't you?
Yes, it's not a natural thing. It has to taper in slightly to give a fatter bottom. Although you look at a ship these days and they don't look as though they have that tumble home, and it is not as greatly exaggerated as it is in
I
the sailing
see.
ship.
Is that why I had the big bottom?
That's right.
I think. Oh, that's
There you go. See? Yes.
But they were expert in those days, weren't they? Winds and that.
Oh,
Yeah,
they knew exactly
so-
what they were designing, yeah.
Nobody could sail that anymore.
So,
That is nobody. There's nobody in the world could sail the
do you mean
Victory
they
anymore.
wouldn't have the?
Nobody has the knowledge anymore, and it won't be very long before nobody would be able to sail that anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's how things move
Do you
on.
have
of
fun
course.
doing like all the gunships and military bits as well?
Well, we don't have too much military stuff in here, because generally, being a transport museum, military stuff doesn't come into the transport bit too much. Apart from we've got a
And the bell.
objects and things. Oh
It
yes,
says
the bell
Lord
that came off this one.
Oh, that one. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Do they cast bells specifically for each new
Oh
ship?
yes,
do
every
they?
ship has a bell.
Yeah.
It is a law that ship has a bell. Because when a ship is at anchor,
Yeah.
there should be, and the law is still there, it doesn't happen very often,
Yes.
but the law is that you have somebody down there who rings the bell
Yeah, I see.
in thick fog when you're at anchor.
Oh, of course.
Ding ding.
Of course. So how big does the bell normally have to be? So in
Like that.
a modern phone.
They're all the same.
So is that
They're
all the same? What's
Yeah,
that, like
yeah,
a foot
yeah.
high?
Yeah, in fact, if you go to the
One- one-
entrance hall,
Yeah.
there is another one there from the Maid of Kent, and that is
So they
the
can
same as
communicate. There we go.
that. Yeah, I don't think they were very good at that sort of thing. But yes, so anyway, they're all like that.
And the lifeboats as well. I heard they're like very snazzy new design, aren't they?
Oh, good lord, yeah, everything moves on, doesn't it? That's a newer one down there.
They got the unsinkable ones, apparently, though. They turn over, and they just... That whole thing will just flop back again.
They all do that. Yeah. They all do that, yes. That has to be one of the things. They put them in dock and then turn them over. And I've got a feeling, who's the guy that... who's that explorer chap? Damn, I can't think what his name was. He actually requested... Sort of like Blashman Snell or somebody. He actually requested that he was in one of these lifeboats when it turned over, when they experimented and turned it over.
And did he come out of it?
It was quite an experience.
Came out of it,
went right upside down and over the top. Yes, because the new ones, they have sort of harnesses inside the
you tell it's nautical, can't you? Like length, beam and draft.
Oh well, of course, yes. Yeah.
I was actually, one of the things, I know it's departing a bit from the thing with boats, but I wondered how long you'd had that miniature scale.
Just over a year.
So a year. Yeah, beautiful. And I see it was being manned by young bodies.
Oh yes, there are youngsters in there, but the couple that actually work on it, well, it's sort of taken over their lives somewhat, and I think they've made a fantastic job in just over a year. The basic layout was there, the 2 layers, because it's you can see it's 2 layers, but the basic layout was there, but they came in and
expanded
made it what it is. Yes, and that's lots of donations as well. People have.
Do you mean they donated bits and pieces? Like
yes. Well, somebody donated lots of houses and lots of trees and all that sort of thing. So if it weren't for the donations, the place would stop.
At Christmas, because they'd be like, have a tree or a signpost or something.
Yes.
Are they're replicas of real engines, aren't they?
Oh yes. I think that's all Hornby Double stuff.
And it's run, and presumably there's a small electric current running through the rail.
Oh yes, yeah.
They don't do overhead anymore, do they? The first electric ones are overheads, weren't they?
Well, they do use overheads on the Channel Tunnel stuff, don't they?
So.
But
there's an endeavour for you.
We should stick to that.
Task for you, isn't it? Channel Tunnel.
Yes, I think we've got enough tasks going on at the moment. Yeah.
Do you know those trains run all day then? Just bravely running all day.
Well, they're on a sensor. So if there's nobody around, they all stop.
Wow, that's cool. This is the modern world, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for letting us have a look round.
Well, it's magic here. This museum is special, I feel, in as much that one can walk round immediately against all the stuff. Nothing is fenced off. Unless we think it's dangerous and you're going to hurt yourself, but
it's cool, isn't it? That's super cool, isn't it?
Which is very special. There are not very many museums like that.
Dover Community Radio, here to present you with local music and news.